Kirchhoff's circuit laws are used to solve different types of circuit problems. Two circuit laws are there. One is Kirchhoff's voltage law, another one is Kirchhoff's current law. In this lecture, we will see how these two laws are used to solve different types of circuit problems.
Kirchhoff's voltage law states that sum of all the voltages in a particular loop is equal to 0. Let's consider a closed circuit. That's why it can be treated as loop. So this is a single loop circuit. According to KVL, we can write the equation that R1I, the voltage drop across resistor R1, plus R2I, the voltage drop across this resistor R2, plus of minus V equal to 0. Okay, so here V has been considered as negative because in that case we need to consider the current entering direction. So here current direction we have considered here in the clockwise direction, and the current is entering to the battery source through negative terminal. That's why that voltage will be considered as negative. If current is in the opposite direction, that means in anti-clockwise direction, at that time we need to consider voltage as positive. Okay, this is my suggestion. So always consider the current entering direction. Okay, so if current is entering in a component through its negative terminal, then that corresponding voltage will be considered as negative, and if it is entering through positive terminal, at that time that corresponding voltage will be considered as positive. Then V equal to R1 plus R2 into I. Now we will see how KVL will be applied in a multi-looped circuit to find out unknown current parameters. The previous one is a very simple circuit or single loop circuit. Now here we have considered a multi-loop circuit. Okay, so this one is loop 1 and this one loop 2. Now by applying KVL in loop 1, we can derive this equation, where R1 I1 is the voltage drop across R1 resistor, then plus R3 I1 minus I2, the voltage drop across R3 resistor, and minus V1 equal to 0, as current is entering to the voltage source through negative terminal. That's why V1 is considered as negative. Now, why we have considered I1 minus I2? Actually, I1 is flowing through the R3 in downward direction, whereas I2 is flowing through R3 in upward direction. That's why we should consider the resultant. Don't know the parameter, the values of I1 and I2, which one is greater and which one is smaller. So that's why whenever we are supposed to consider a particular loop, at that time we should consider that loop current as greater than that of the other loop current. That's why we have considered I1 minus I2. Okay, and from there we can get this equation 1. Next, in loop 2, we can get this equation. So here we have considered R3, the voltage drop across R3 resistor, as R3 into I2 minus I1. As we have considered loop 2, that's why I2 is greater than I1. That's why we have considered the resultant current is I2 minus I1. Now the equation is R2 I2 plus V2 plus R3 into I2 minus I1 equal to 0, and from there we can derive the equation 2. Now by solving these two equations, we can determine the unknown current parameters I1 and I2. In this way, by applying KVL, we can find out unknown current parameters for given voltage sources. Kirchhoff's current law states that algebraic sum of all the currents in a particular node is equal to 0. Let's consider a circuit node. Here currents I1 and I2 are entering to the node or junction, whereas IT is coming out from the junction. So that's why according to Kirchhoff's current law, we can write I1 plus I2 plus of minus IT equal to 0. Here IT has been considered as negative. The reason is that in that case, whenever you are supposed to apply KCL, at that time you should consider either incoming currents as positive and outgoing currents as negative, or vice versa. So here we have considered all the incoming currents are as positive. On the contrary, the outgoing currents are as negative. That's why here IT has been considered as negative. Thus we can get the equation IT equal to I1 plus I2. There is a circuit where you have to calculate the current I. To find out the current, we need to apply KCL at node X, and the potential at this node is Vx. Okay, this is unknown to us. Before applying KCL, you should make any node of the circuit as ground node. Okay, here we have considered this node as ground node. We will consider all the entering currents as positive. Current that is from this branch, okay, is also entering. Although the current direction is not mentioned in that particular branch, but still we can consider the incoming currents. You can also consider the outgoing currents. Okay, as there is no mention of this current direction, so either direction you can consider. So better, it's my suggestion, always consider if any current direction is not mentioned in the circuit, at that time always consider all the currents are entering to the node. So suppose this current is also entering to the X node. Okay, so obviously 5 volt should be greater than that of Vx, although we don't know the value of Vx. Okay, but as we have considered current is entering to the Vx node, so obviously 5 volt should be greater than that of Vx. Here the current is potential difference of this branch divided by the resistance of this branch. As we have considered this current is entering current, that's why we should consider its positive value. So plus 5 minus Vx by 5 is the current for this branch. The direction of 1 ampere current has been mentioned here. So this is the entering current, that's why plus 1. Okay, now I current is coming out from this node, it is mentioned, that's why outgoing current should be considered as negative. So we will consider the negative value. Now as current is flowing from Vx node to ground node, that's why Vx is greater than that of 0. So we should consider the potential difference as Vx minus 0 divided by the total resistance of the branch. The total resistance is as 5 and 10 are in series, that's why total resistance of this branch is 15 ohm. Okay, so minus Vx minus 0 divided by 15 equal to 0. So this is the equation we have written here maintaining KCL.
and from there unknown Vx voltage will be coming out. Vx equal to 15 by 2. So what is the current? So we have got Vx, and there at this node voltage is 0. So the potential difference of this branch is equal to Vx minus 0. That means 15 by 2 minus 0. Okay, so this is the potential difference. So to find out current I, that potential difference should be divided by resistance of this branch. So total resistance of this branch is 15. So 15 by 2 minus 0 divided by 15.
Actually, this is 0.5 ampere. In this manner, by applying KCL, we can find out circuit currents.
Student will be capable to solve different types of circuit problems by using Kirchhoff laws.